Coach, thank you. We are over 4,000 miles away from where you're seated in Orlando as we come to you from the European home of the NFL, London, England, and Wembley Stadium. Coming up, another edition of the NFL International Series, and it should be a good one between the Houston Texans and our home team. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Here we go. 180. Hey, let's get that home. 49. Hey,
Foles. And this is complete on the comebacker. It's Landry. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. Nice chunky yardage picked up there.
They go with Leonard Fournette, third-year back from LSU. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
180.
Exit. Watch left. He's telling you.
On second down, here's Fournette. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on third down.
58, 58.
Now Foles. Got him in. He finds Sanders. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
That's good for another Jacksonville. Here we go. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Get him. Switch.
What we got? Down to him.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And avoids the contact by sliding. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
And him running the football is not something the defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Fournette running out of the gun. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
40 wants the mark. 40 wants the mark.
Here's Foles. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
This is it. Look at the egg. I got you. I got you. Whip. He's crashing.
Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
We talk about setting a tone or beginning a drive. That run was absolutely textbook. I'm telling you, partner, now they're not just thinking about an easy drive. They're thinking about maybe taking it downfield.
Yeah, started at their 2. Now they've got a heavy amount of breathing room. On 2nd down now. It's Miller, and they'll bring him down right around the 13. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
A first down carry now for Miller. And he'll be taken down at the 18. Yannick Ngakoue in on the stop. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Here's a guy on his 4th franchise in 2 years, Carlos Hyde. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Watson with a give to Miller. There to bring him down, Avery Jones.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Time to go.
They'll try the air now with Watson. Forced out to his left. And he goes out right around the 39. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
What is that? 19! 44. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip. Hey!
Here's Watson, option left. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, they bring on the Michigan man, Matt Wild, to kick it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not pump the ball again.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Let's go, great. What we got?
They go play action here on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Leonard Floyd. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. We're scoreless after 1. The Jags with the football to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 2nd down coming up. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now Foles off the play fake to Fournette. Looking long for Westbrook. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson being chased out left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll run on first down. It's Miller. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. A first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Play action for Miller. Now Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
Texans first down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Set. 19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 2nd and 12, Watson. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Josh Allen, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. 3rd and long, it's Watson. And Gresham has it left side. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And he missed it. It's no good. No one attempted or made more field goals than Fairbairn last year. He was 37 of 42.
And they were grateful for every one of those that put 3 points on the board. But I'll guarantee you, Bill O'Brien, the head coach, is thinking to himself, we need to use him a lot less in 2019. Let's make sure we score some more touchdowns.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He'll get that to DeValve, the tight end. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On 2nd and 9, Foles. And that'll be incomplete. The intended receiver was set DeValve. And that'll make it 3rd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Down to lose one. Mike 55. Whoa. Eat. Here we go. 55's Mike, guys. 55.
They'll set up a throw. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Miller. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Watson. And Gresham, the tight end, brings it in. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Mike 44. Good track. Both over to Mike. Mike's both. Keep it up. Keep trying to go.
On first down, Watson. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 17-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
44. Mike 44.
To throw again on 2nd down, Watson. And he slides to avoid the hit. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Now Watson toward the pylon, caught. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play?
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Leonard Floyd picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Well, Foles and the Jags now have to deal with a 3rd and long after that sack. They'll throw now on the final play. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, as they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Quick slant there, gets him the first down, 6 yards on the play. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They will run it. It's McKissick. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Telvin Smith, he was 3rd in the AFC in tackling a year ago, there to bring him down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Watson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hopkins. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They'll go again with McKissick. It was Taven Bryan who got him down defensively.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. From the gun, here's Watson. And he's got Gresham. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 20-yard line.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
They'll run with McKissick. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
From the 17, Watson. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
6-man. Check cross, check cross, check cross. 41 to go. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all tell it. What's the end? No. Topper.
Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
On 2nd and 2, Foles looking middle, and it's incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. This defense tried to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
Let's go.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Going underneath here, the tight end DeValve. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And there's a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Well, pass complete here to Sanders. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. On the ground, it's Reddick. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Foles. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Leonard Floyd getting him once again, his third sack of the afternoon. Here's Ryan Allen now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. He'll return it from the 6. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Check 3, check 3. Watch the leg. Safety's creeping.
Here's Watson. And that's incomplete. Oh, Thomas unable to reel that one in. But now it's 3rd down.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
44's the mark. 44's mark. Check, check. Oh, here we go. Oh, 44.
Out of the gun, Watson. And that is incomplete. The linebacker, Telvin Smith, able to get a hand on it there. We saw a lot of that a week ago defensively from him. AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Just always seems to be around the football.
I like your observation there. Understands the game, understands positioning, can put himself in the right spot, and then make a play on the football.
Take it at the 37. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field.
Good. Ready?
Check 3, check 3, check 3.
Recon, 152 fighter. Flat. To go.
Throw left side complete. It's Lee. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. Return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Throwing on second down. Foles. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. To Sean Gibson. Give him the sack on the safety blitz.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Well, Foles and the Jags now have to deal with a 3rd and long after that sack. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. A 4th and very long coming up. You're out of field goal range. I don't know that you can go for this.
Well, I know that you want to, right? You know that they want to say, hey, let's go for this. We've got the perfect play drawn up. Let's do it. But I wouldn't go for it either. I agree with you totally. You're only down 1 score. Punt it. Let your defense pick you up.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not...
Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And the Jags grab it. And it'll be 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game. But they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, meaning taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Now Foles. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Emmanuel Sanders, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You've got them off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it. And that's exactly what they did.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line.
Here we go. Here we go. The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Yeah, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
39-yard line.
Watson now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. And Gresham's got it over the middle. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Here we go. Here we go.
To throw is Watson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hopkins. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Escaping the pressure right. And got his man complete. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 42 yards.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Now he's flushed out left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
On 2nd and 10. Foles. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
55.
Reddick with a carry. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
Let's go.
Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Leonard Fournette with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
Reset. UAT. Mike Fofo. They gonna need some therapy after this.
Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Josh Allen able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Third and 7.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Watson now operating from the gun. And that is incomplete. Defensively, mission accomplished. And now with under 3 to go, they may be the last team holding the football.
They may very well be the last team holding the football, unless, of course, you're facing a group that is really aggressive offensively and may want to take a gamble. But theoretically, you've done your job now. You should get the ball back on a punt, but I'd be alert for a fake.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. This is taken at the 18. 12 yards on the return that time. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Tackle made by Whitney Merciless. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Now Riddick. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. The Jaguars on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here's Reddick. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Up to make the stop, the Texans' leading tackler a year ago, Zach Cunningham. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
A shotgun give to Fournette. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. So on now is the kicker, Josh Lambo. This to almost certainly win the football game. And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They can still get into field goal range, partner. They got to work quickly, though.
I agree with you totally. Find a way to get the ball downfield and out of bounds. In a perfect world, they know what hash they want to get to for their kicker, and they already know the distance that he feels comfortable. That'll dictate what they do on offense.
See if they can get in his range. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Watson now to throw. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's good for a Texans first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Right now, you know that the heart is pumping for Kaimi Fairbairn. This a long one from 54. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Right now, you know that the heart is pumping for Kaimi Fairbairn. This a long one from 54. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. On the draw, this is Fournette. And 3 yards there, takes him to the 45.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
At the 45-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Left side here to Sanders. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 41-yard line. So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes those legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... It's caught at the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
First down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. It's a jet sweep. Sanders, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 14-yard line.
It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. 2nd and 14. And this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it done, but put this one in the win column. Now, partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Jacksonville, they inch closer to respectability now at 3-6 on the year. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11.